if you're thinking about making the move to Southwest Washington, but you want to know what the winter weather looks like, well, stick around, because today we got a nice little surprise. We got some snow falling down here in Vancouver. So I'm going to take you out for a little driving tour of what it looks like when the snow starts falling here in Southwest Washington. Stick around. Okay, so the weather forecast that I saw last night, or at least my wife told me about, we were supposed to get a dusting of snow around like 1 o'clock in the morning down here on what we call the valley floor. So as you can see, we got a little bit more than a dusting, and it is not 1 o'clock in the morning either. So it's about 9:45 on the morning of the 22nd. It's a Wednesday, I believe. See, I can't even keep track of my dates. But yeah, so I had an appointment this morning, and the snow was still coming down. And actually right now, the flakes are the fattest that I've seen all morning. All right, so we're in the Salmon Creek area right now, and we're about to get on 205 South, because we're gonna go down into Vancouver to Home Depot and see about getting some ice melt, because my driveway, it's on a bit of a hill, and so I was sliding all around as I was trying to get to my truck before I left for my appointment. So this right here that you're seeing, this is the average of what it looks like when we get snow here in the Vancouver area. You know, we do have times where we will get a foot, maybe even more, down here on the valley floor area. But when it snows, this is the average of what we get. You know, stuff comes down, it doesn't necessarily stick a whole bunch. But, you know, the roads get a little hairy, people start driving stupid, you know, especially people with four-wheel drives that think that they're invincible. But right now, this morning, it hasn't been too bad. You can see we're on the freeway. You know, the freeway's nice and clear. There's a, little bit of accumulation off in the median there. You might be able to see way over off on the right, there's a little bit of accumulation there. But the thing to know is that, like I said, we weren't supposed to be seeing this snow, or at least according to the weather reports that I was seeing, we weren't supposed to see this snow. You know, you just never know how accurate the weather reports are going to be here in the Pacific Northwest. The weather can change so much. You know, here, I think it was a week or so ago, they were talking about an inch or two of snow accumulation on the valley floor. And I mean, I think it snowed for 20 minutes and everything was done. So you really just never know how extensive it's going to be until it comes and does what it's going to do. But yeah, so now you can see certain spots start to see a little bit of accumulation. Generally speaking, you know, out on the highways, Washington DOT, they're really good about, going through when the snow starts piling up. Same with ODOT, they're really good over in Oregon about getting out there and cleaning up the roads. As far as like the county roads, I'm going to show those to you guys here in a little bit. We'll head out there and show you what it looks like in the more rural areas, and see how well the roads get taken care of out there once we get done at Home Depot. But, this really is about as bad as it gets. Other than those rare occasions where we might get a foot or two. In that situation, it's generally best, stay home, hunker down, have a movie marathon day, binge watch Netflix, whatever. But yeah, you can see that nothing is really shutting down with this level of snowfall. Schools did shut down today, so the kids are home hanging out, having fun. My wife, who actually works for the school district, though, she's still at work. you know, so you still have people going to work, you know, and like I said, this is really about as bad as it gets. So, you know, now you can see here as we got off the freeway, it's a little bit slushier. So, you know, you just got to be smart when you're driving and give yourself a little bit more distance. I was kind of riding this Pods truck just a little bit too close, which wasn't real smart on my part. You know, but you just got to be smart when you're driving in this stuff. So, you know, like, that's another thing where I wasn't that smart, was clearing off all the snow off the roof of my truck. So usually, you know, kind of bad with that, and I'll just let the wind blow it off. But Washington State Patrol doesn't really like it when you do that. Oh, here we come again. So right now we're up the Andreessen area, right up by Costco and Home Depot, and we're gonna pop into Home Depot real quick and see about getting some of that ice melt. When we had an ice storm here at Christmas, and we got probably about a 1/4 inch of ice. I was out for hours chipping away ice in my driveway, and I'm not doing that shit again. So we're gonna get pulled in here to Home Depot. We've also got a Krispy Kreme right over there, but I'm gonna be good today. I'm not gonna hit them up. All right, I'm gonna head in, see what I can find at Home Depot, and I will be back with you in just a little bit. All right, we made it through Home Depot. We got the ice melt. Everything's good. We're gonna head home now. And, you know, it's starting to pick up. Me personally, I love the snow. You know, I know some people, even this little bit that we're getting right now would be enough for them to be like, nope, never, can't live there. You know, if that's the case, that's cool. You know, we only get days like this a few times a year on average, I would say. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing just how much snow we do actually wind up getting. You know, right now you can see that we're at what I call a dusting of snow. You know, there's maybe, you know, a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch of accumulation down here in these lower areas. You know, I know as you get up into the hills, like out of Battleground, Brush Prairie, Hawkinson area, you know, obviously once you start getting up into the hills, you're going to wind up getting more accumulation of snow, and especially as you head out into the gorge. But, you know, this is your average snow day here in Southwest Washington. People still going about their business. You know, you can see the road's a little bit slushy. I'm in 2-wheel drive right now. You know, there's nothing crazy about the road conditions. You just have to be smart. I'm crossing over the freeway right now, and for the most part, and it's actually kind of surprising, but for the most part, people look like they're being pretty smart today. There wasn't a ton of really fast movers out there on the freeway. There was one dude in the Home Depot parking lot that was rallying around like he was Andretti, and he just made himself look like an idiot. But hey, whatever. Hopefully he just doesn't go plowing into anybody. But so now, like I had said before, we're going to check out the back roads. So this is 72nd, which turns into Andreessen Road. So this is kind of one of the main thoroughfare back roads. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's a major back road. So this will go all the way, you know, north up to the Battleground area. And it's, you know, it's just kind of a nice straight shot through if you don't want to take the freeway. And it's, you know, it's definitely slushy out right now. It's not too bad. I haven't slipped or slid around anywhere other than just walking out to my truck in the driveway this morning. But yeah, this is what you get here wintertime in Southwest Washington. You know, like I say, we're coming up to the end of February, and oddly enough, you know, down here, this is usually when we start to see snow accumulation. You know, some areas, they get their big accumulations in November, December, you know, January even. For whatever reason, it's always seemed to be the later parts of winter. You know, February, March even. We've even had some in, you know, April is not uncommon to get a little bit of snow. But yeah, this is your average. This is about as bad as it's going to get. Well, I guess I should have taken the freeway because, you know, out here on the back roads, things are definitely moving at a snail's pace. I've been sitting here at this same red light because it's going forward. It is only a one-lane road. Everything is moving incredibly slow, accounting for all this snow. There's not that much, but okay, so that was totally weird. I have never experienced that at that intersection before, so I don't know what the hell was going on there. But all right, so we are going to head over into the Pleasant Valley area. So we will head over into that neighborhood and give you a little look around. So we're on, I believe it's 119th Street right now. Yes, 119th Street. Whew, got it. Which is another main thoroughfare back and forth from the west side of Vancouver in like the Hazeldale, Salmon Creek area, over to the east side into Brush Prairie and Hawkinson. So I kind of grew up out here a little bit, you know, riding horses, stuff like that, back when a lot of this area was all farms. Now you can see there's a lot more subdivisions out here, you know, new homes, very nice homes, but you know, newer homes, developments, things like that. So this neighborhood, I think this was Philbrook Estates, if I remember right. This is a fairly new development. It's only a few years old, and I believe they might still have some homes under construction back over on the other side here. But very nice homes. I've shown some for clients out here. That's my daughter calling, so I will get back with you. All right, just got off the phone with the kid. She is having fun. She gets a day off school. It originally started out as it was going to be a 2-hour late start, which is funny because today's Wednesday, and Wednesday is already a 1-hour late start. So that turned into a 3-hour late start, and then next thing you know, they ultimately canceled classes. So she's happy. She is going to go out and play in the snow like most kids in the area are probably going to be doing right now. And we are going to take you around just a little bit more. Oh, I was wrong. This neighborhood is the Pleasant Hollow neighborhood. So my bad on that one. So back in high school, what we used to do when we were itching for beer money is days like this, we would go out, and everybody that was driving like idiots and would wind up off in the ditch or off in the median, we would drive around with tow chains and pull people out for, $20-30. And so that was our little side hustle on snow days. It's kind of pretty though, driving around, weather like this, as long as you are smart about it. Like right here, we're starting to come down the hill towards Salmon Creek, and there's the last thing I want to do is wind up in the creek. Oop, 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 oop. See, right there, prime example. We started to slide a little bit right as we were heading towards the creek, so that was not planned at all. So drive safe in winter weather. Hey guys, I'm just about home, so I'm going to sign off on this one. And if you're ready to make that move here to Southwest Washington to enjoy some of this beautiful winter weather, then reach out, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. You guys know how to get a hold of me, and I love hearing from you. So until next time, bye everybody.